Cheers, everybody. Savage AF is the show, and I'm Black Pedro. And over to
Well,
my
and
virtual
yo,
right
this is
is my
Shango,
bro.
and then yeah.
That's how it go.
That's how it go. And then you check out our flow, and then damn, I stubbed my toe, and
Oh,
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
and I
Here we
shaved my
go.
afro. Savage AF,
Wow.
man. That's what we do, y'all. You know what it is. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. That's our motto. We're here for you guys live Monday through Friday on YouTube and Facebook or Meta World Peace Place. I don't know what it's called anymore. But we're here for
That's
you
the name
live
of it.
on both platforms simultaneously. Mondays and Fridays, we are on at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tuesday through Thursday, we are on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard
Standard
Time.
time. Yes, we
Typically,
are. Typically.
if you miss us live, you see it scrolling at the bottom of the screen right now. YouTube.com/C/SavageAF World, all one word. That is the YouTube channel. That'll get you directly there. When you get there, make sure you subscribe and get notified. Click the bell.
You're already getting people asking you, wow, they're so concerned about Pedro. That's
I
so
know. I
nice.
appreciate that. I appreciate that,
That's
man.
so nice.
I'm still waiting on the results. I appreciate that. For those who don't know, I booked something. We're shooting tomorrow, and I'm waiting on COVID PCR results
And
to make
also,
sure I'm staying negative.
no,
But
he's staying,
feel fine.
you know
No,
what?
it's not.
He'll be in a
No,
positive mode, waiting for negative. Hopefully,
if I have it, I'm definitely asymptomatic. But
but
should be
just
fine.
yeah, you'll be fine. So don't even worry about that, yo. And also, but I did find out today that the show that I was supposed to do, Alameda, is canceled. I
That
would
we were supposed to
reschedule.
do,
He was supposed to do it,
I
then he
dropped
got
out,
booked,
and
and then
then
he
it
dropped
dropped
out.
out.
Right. So, by the way, Omicron kiss my ass is yes, all my ass, and yeah. So, but yeah,
You
that's
know
the show's
Marianne
canceled.
too, man. Fuck all of them.
Yeah, fuck that. It's just what it is. But also make sure that if you go to check this out, this is for all you new people that never seen this before. And if you haven't seen this before, what you been doing with your life is what I want to ask you.
You turn your life right now.
You gotta watch us. And then you tell your friends. And then when you go to the page,
Watch out.
and then what do you do? What do you do when you go to the page? Woo! You click the bell. You click the bell, and you tell your friends. And I lost it for a second there, but I was caught up in the rapture of the falsehoods of religion, and I figured I'd just give it a little bit to y'all. Evil is good, and ass is good.
Ass is good.
And if you get yourself some evil ass, woo!
Watch out now. Watch out now. I see y'all in the building, man. Nicole H, Christina Brown, Lady Hazel May. Who else we got? Wendy E. I see you, baby. She says negative is the new sexy. Let's hope I stay sexy, girl. Maya Baker, Breezy JJ's. Oh man, I appreciate y'all so much for being here. Stacy P in the house.
Whoa, man. Hey, man, don't be doing that shit on the feed. Hey, dude.
Brother, a cough is a cough, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm just saying, man, watch yourself with that. Hey, nigga didn't come through the thing. Now, see, he's trying to give us all the bed. He's trying to give us all the bed. Ain't this the bitch?
My arm.
Yeah, no. Oh, they
Pam
knew that
Knox.
was from Vampire from Brooklyn. Wow, that's you knew that was Vampire from Brooklyn. That movie, there was some funny shit in it to me. All right, so this
also if you some of us, they don't watch. Some people just like to listen. They're audio files, as we call them. So if you just are a podcaster who likes to get it in your ears, that sounded weird.
I think you could word that differently.
Sometimes I talk faster.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the way you said "get it in your ears." It just sounds
for those who want a hot load of this show in their ears.
Yeah, it sounds kind of rapey.
Yeah,
it sounds a little rapey.
Wants to fill up your cochlea. Yeah, I'm trying to remember ear part names now. You want some of this Savage AF in your cochlea? Make sure you can get us wherever you get your podcast.
I just want to put this. I want to put this in here as the views expressed by Pedro and his
I think that's a part of the ear.
No,
the
I think,
cochlea, on the
yeah, but I
inside
think
there.
that hot loads in your ear sounds bad. But
No,
they are.
we spit fire daily,
We spit fire, but it just sounded a
so it'd
little
be like
rapey.
heat in your
Sound like
ear,
it
like a
sounded
hot,
a little bit.
and
So
and sometimes we say heavy things, so it's like a load for people to carry mentally.
yeah,
I
but I
get
mean
it.
the way you said it sounded. It sounded a
A
little
hot
bit
load in your ear.
right. It sounded a little bit sexual. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit. I'm not saying
No,
that you meant it that way,
no.
but the way it came
My
off.
aim
People in
my
the feed, what way did it come off?
my aim
People
is
in the
good,
feed.
dog. My aim is good.
Yeah, see, and now you're making
I
now you're
hit
talking about.
belly, titties, and face, but
See, and now you're going
never
into more
ear.
stuff. But what we will
Well,
have
you
you do
brought
is
up sexual. I was just
I
talking about hot
I
loads in the
know I
ear.
brought up sexual because that's the way you said it. And then
Well,
now you talk about now you're some kind of sharpshooter
yeah.
jizz master. I didn't know you were some. It's like I can knock a hummingbird out from 50 feet.
Boy, them wings ain't nothing. They can't dodge this. 50 million
You
sperms.
see it. You see the hummingbird. This motherfucker. You son of.
Hey, Jay Fitz in the building.
Yo,
We
what's
got
going on?
lunatic Marshall Epstein in the building. I see you, bro.
Yo,
MJ Gibson. Thank y'all for being here.
I didn't mean to say come on a hummingbird, but you's a bad motherfucker if you come
That's
on
called a
hummingbird.
coming bird. You're welcome, guys. It was right there.
It was the pun. But make sure you check us on iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and SoundCloud. You already know what it is. This is it, Savage AF. We're going to have a show that talks about where we are and what it is, the rundown on the run up. Ooh, Coach Adamas is in
Coach Adamas is here.
Coach Adamas in the building.
He's here to tell us
In the building.
He's the prophet of pussy in this motherfucker, Coach Adamas.
Yeah, I mean,
Lady D Banks, I see you.
Stacy Patterson, hope you're feeling better. Stacy was under the weather. Pedro waiting for him to get his results.
I'm hoping, I'm hoping for sunny days. Lady D Banks said her gummy is kicking in. She might not make the whole show. You got to time this shit out, girl. Okay,
you got to time it.
I'm on a very, very tight regimen right now to keep my mind.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Again, this show does not condone drug use unless you share. And then if you share, it's cool. It's cool.
Pastida chip on the left hand side.
Boom. Listen, this is what's going on today. What is today? Oh, wait a minute. Let me see what today is.
Really no need to run things down because all that we really talking about today, we're gonna reminisce, y'all. We're gonna go down back down memory lane.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same.
Yeah. Do y'all remember? It was all bad just a year ago. It was all bad just a year ago. Today is January 6th, 2022. And of all the things that I have witnessed in my lifetime, I mean, I was alive when Ronald Reagan got shot. Iran Contra, yeah, bro. Iran Contra scandal. My first president was Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter became president the year I was born.
And I know y'all gonna say some goofy shit like with me, it was like Lincoln. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Like, yeah, the first president when I was born was Lincoln. Yeah. You know what? All y'all people in the feed, watch your tone. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I just lost 3 gigs because of this COVID shit and cancellations. Detroit might get canceled, some other shit. I'm not in a good mood. And what happened when I'm not in the mood? Break dance battle. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to give it. I don't want to give it to y'all, but
you got served. Yeah. No, man. I've seen a lot of things. Iran Contra scandal. George
Rodney King.
all the bullshit George Bush did. Both Bushes. All of that. Saw the first black president being elected, but I think multiple wars from the first Operation Desert Storm to Operation Enduring Freedom and Afghanistan, but listen, I don't think I've seen anything that adds up to what we saw on January 6th of 2021, 1 year ago from today, when we watched white people climb walls like Spider-Man style to kill other white people. They dress like buffaloes.
Yeah.
They dress like soldiers.
I saw a meme. I saw him climbing up the wall. It was called Honky Kong.
You know what? That was sitting right there, and I don't know
You know, it was right
why
there for
we
you.
didn't go there. Shit.
But
before.
if you seen him climbing up the wall, it was like, fuck you, this is our country. We're taking our freedom back. It was pretty bad. And
So
the bottom line is this is the world we live in, and they're still making excuses on the Republican side about it, and they're bending themselves into a fucking pretzel trying to explain why 1 minute they said they condemned it last year on this day, and then an hour later they condoned
like,
it.
oh yeah, no. And you know, some Republicans voted, a good number voted to decertify elections
106.
in contested states. So you know, it did even on that day, there was still some insanity from certain lawmakers, but certain people seem to gain their senses. Lindsey Graham, Kevin McCarthy, even Bitch McConnell, and then you know, like you said, Shang, you know, on the drop of a dime, the turn of a hat, they flipped their whole story. All right, so let's figure out how this started first of all, right? It started leading up to the 2020 election as that campaign cycle began, with Trumpty Dumpty laying out a clear ideology that wasn't true, but was necessary towards their goal. So
Well,
what he put out there, what he put out there first was, if I lose, the election is rigged.
right.
There's no way I can lose this election without it being rigged. And that's what his base soaked up first. That was the initial laydown of the strategy is,
Well, that was part of it.
There is no way I can lose without it being rigged.
And not only that, you got to look at all the people that were around him that condoned his bullshit, that actually were down with his bullshit. And you had other senators and you had lawyers that were writing out different fucking plans on how to take over the election. They didn't necessarily want the violence to go down. Some other lawyers didn't want the violence to go down, but they did have a plan. They could use it by overturning it in specific places like Georgia, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that they knew none of that shit would work. That there's just too many constitutional motherfuckers around who know that shit was not gonna work. They just need Trumpty Dumpty didn't want to hear anything else but a plan on how to overthrow this shit. So they gave him fake, but nobody thought that shit would work. What they were relying on was a horde of cracker monkeys, of orc-minded honky kongs, to scale walls, bring Home Depot ladders and spear flags, and so they could stand on vehicles from RoboCop and yell stuff. and so like they really were relying on beard guy with QAnon shirt to disrupt the process so that they could take over. They knew there was no legal process. That's why he sent a fucking mob down there. And if they could have done it without the mob, they would have done it. Like if Pence had done some shit and overthrown the shit, it would have been fine. They would have done it, but there was no way that could happen. So mob. Orcs.
No, I no, they had to do it that way. But you know what? Some of it. This is the thing. I do blame. I do blame some of the Capitol. I don't think that none of these Capitol police officers should have got their ass handed to them like they did, but they did get their ass handed to them. And the fact that there was no, guard to help them, which I don't know where the fuck they were at. It took them 3 hours to get there, which, coming from Virginia, that's an hour and change drive. It's bitch shit. There was something tricky about that. But this, the wild part, there was some Capitol police officers that agreed with this shit and let them come through.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something we've known. On our side of the
and I heard him say, "I'm with you, brother. I'm with you, brother." We heard a lot of that.
Listen, it's a test. Like, this whole thing was a test of our system. We need to figure out, which side, because we see a lot of our generals, a group of generals, retired and active, came out with a letter recently. We talked about it on this show. How they're worried about a fission in the military, right? Like just a sort of separation, a break, where some cats will be on one side of it, some will be about upholding a lie, and some will be about the Constitution. So we know that there are factions of entities in our military, police forces, other, state trooper level shit that are racist, are crackers too.
There's crackers there. And this guy, if you look at
you got to weed them out.
For the people that are watching this, do you think this guy's stopping him? No, he's actually taking their orders for in and out. He's actually asking them.
He's like, listen, who wants animal style?
Okay.
Who doesn't?
Exactly. And he's like, I'm hungry. I mean, come on, man. Now, I got to admit, that picture definitely looks like he's a super villain somewhere. But the bottom line is, to this day, there's only been 3 people that have been really got sentenced, really a real sentence. And even then, the shaman, QAnon shaman, got 3 years. There's another person that got like 45 days, another person 30 days. I feel like they haven't paid yet. None of the high ups haven't paid yet. What do you guys think? A lot of the people that are high ups, and Trumpy Dumpty's ass ain't got subpoenaed yet. And he's sitting there going, there's nothing you could do. There's nothing you could do. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're trying to build a case towards him. Maya Baker says it was a test. If it had succeeded, we wouldn't be having this conversation. If there are no consequences, they will try again and succeed. I mean, I think even with consequences, they're going to try again. They're trying to do it legislatively, through gerrymandering and redistricting, right? And then they're also just trying to do it physically by putting candidates in positions
of power
on the local, state, and national level.
Carolina Boss in the building.
Who will do that? Who will do this bidding? Carolina Boss, what up to you, man?
Miss Avro, let me know if you get that penis pic I sent you.
Okay. Dick pic time.
Dick pic time. I mean, come on, it's Dick pic Thursdays. But the point is that even when they run for office, I feel like if you are known to be part of the big lie, your ass should not be able to run for office. You shouldn't even allow to be able to register. And that's the problem I have with fucking Congress. Why aren't you changing the rules pretending that if I'm the person that was out there causing some shit, you know what I'm saying? If I'm a baby puncher, don't let me in the nursery. Now, if you know that I punch babies, like this nigga punches babies, and every time we see a baby, like, yo, fuck you, little baby, with your little soft baby head and your soft baby hands, and you know you ain't got hands to block it with your little hands because your arms don't really work enough to block a punch, and you see me punch the baby in the head.
Their reaction time is slow.
Their reaction time is real slow. I mean, you could just pop, jab them, and they never, whoa. And guess what? That's not the nigga that you want in the nursery. In fact, you don't want him at the kindergarten. You definitely don't want him at the preschool. You don't want the baby puncher there. But we're going to vote in a bunch of baby punchers. That's what we're going to do. Now, I'm not going to vote them in, but I'm saying these Republicans who don't give a fuck about democracy going to do this shit. And all y'all can kiss my ass, and every one of y'all mamas can suck my dick. Every one of y'all people that's down with that, all your mamas can suck my dick. And I ain't going to wash my dick. I'm going to balls for 5 days. So when they do it, it's going to be bad,
go
bad
hoop.
news.
Go hoop, dog. Play some ball, hoop on their ass, and then give them gymnasium.
Yeah, gymnasium dick. Give them.
You know what I'm saying? Give them that. Yeah.
Give them flag football dick.
Yeah, put them pickup game balls. You know.
Give them full 4 games of soccer dick.
Give them we got next balls. All right.
Wow.
Maya Baker says, remember, the GOP destroys from within. So I think
Damn, this
they're on
sound
some
like aliens. Fuck. Remember,
the
they
thing.
destroy from within.
Nicole H said they messed up my birthday forever, bitches.
It's her
Nicole
birthday
H,
today.
is your birthday January 6th? Is that you?
Happy
Phil, is
birthday
that
to
you?
ya. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to you.
ya.
Happy birthday.
And now that you're 21, you allowed to get drunk and fall on a dick. It's fine.
Yeah, face first.
Yeah. So I mean,
But
AJ
happy.
said cheese balls. Wow.
Yeah, man. Give him them Chester the Cheetahs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
Flaming hots too. You know what I'm saying? Put some hot sauce
you know
on
what? And this is the wild part. If you look at some of the people that back it, it's mostly white men. Let's be real with you. If you look
Let's
at
talk about it.
the majority of the people that voted, 106 people that voted to basically not even validate the. There's only one person out of this whole picture, and that said, "I'm not down with this." But the rest pretty much are saying,
Heil.
Heil Hitler! What you do?
Ik den Weihnachten Mercedes-Benz.
And we watched it, and niggas would just be watching this going, really? Really? Is this what the fuck we doing? All this shit y'all did to us, and now this? And the thing is, Biden, I got to give it to him. He did come out hard to paint today. He did flat out say that he had a speech, and Biden was like, yo, fuck that with your bitch head. In fact,
you
this
know
is
who
Biden.
did this shit, right?
You know who did this shit. Look, Biden, you know you did this shit, bitch. You know it was you orange little cunt stick. If I see you in these streets, hands, bitch, hands. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, nigga.
He did. I'll say Biden laid verbal hands.
He did lay
down
verbal
today,
hands on him.
you know, because
he put the smack down.
You never really heard a president bang on their predecessor.
Not like that. But today he was like, oh, yeah, nigga, and this, and you know you at fault. Yeah.
I like we've talked about it, like as much as, you know, because the Biden administration isn't getting a lot of shit right either, but they walked into a cesspool of mind fuckery where the mental state of a good percentage of Americans has been
tainted,
like mule fucked. You know, I'm like hee-hawed. I mean, you want to talk about hot loads in your ear? I mean, the conservative side has jizzed like just fucking turtle much. Come into like half of America's head, and now people are walking around with fucking turtle jizz in their mind, and their minds therefore move slowly, very, very slowly. We are, you know, they're living an exoskeletal mentality, and that's not who we are. We don't have our bone on the outside, but they thinking real slow, like, you know, like turtle like. So it's really affected America to the point where by the time Biden came in with his fancy fandangled science and shots and things, because, you know, while Trumpy Dumpty was taking the shot and he was pushing fish tank cleaner and bleach in the veins and flashlight up the ass until it was too late.
Which, by the way, I've had that happen, and I told this woman, I said, I'm not into that. Don't do that.
What are you looking at? Your keys?
What are you doing?
Are not up there. Like, what are you?
Just stop it, okay? But the bottom line is, if you look at the situation, and everybody in the feed, by the way, this is the truth. This is the making of white people. This is white people basically upset about losing their grip on power, and that is it. That is it. There is nothing else. And there are the black people who are the coon cage people, the Candace Owens who always give it, you know, trying to find excuses for these bitches. The bottom line is, this is white people that are losing grip on their power because each year, you know, if you look at the demographics, they lose more and more ground. They lost, and like Biden said today, he went hard to paint, said, you know, it wasn't that, you know, you were cheated. You lost by 7 million points, bitch. That's what he pretty much did. He's like, you lost. Like, give me a break over here.
He leaned in.
He leaned in. Malarkey.
Joe Biden leaned in like he can't take that he lost. He He was like a pimp in your girl's ear.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
like,
saying? Like, hey man.
he said, first
that's my
off,
lady.
bitch, let me tell you something, okay? I don't give a fuck if it's raining. I need you to run through the raindrops and
not
bring
get
me
wet.
my money.
And not get wet, bitch. Stay dry. Yeah, man. We've also seen a lot of legislators. Okay, first of all, if you saw if you follow me, follow us on Instagram at Comedian Shang, at Black Pedro,
at Black Pedro, and at Comedian Shang. If you follow us on the IG, as the young people
as the
say,
kids say,
as the
on
kids
the
say,
grams of the Insta.
yes, on the Instas. And by the way, fuck these kids.
Fuck them kids, man. But no, seriously, we so you know, I like to check in with the other side. And while I was earlier today,
what?
well, you know, earlier today as I was watching the ceremony and the remembrance in Statuary Hall at the U.S. Capitol, and listening to you know, legislators reminisce about their experiences and kind of recall and recap. I was like, oh, I wonder what Fox News is doing right now. So I logged on to their website and got the live feed from their channel through the internet. And you think they were covering the same thing, Shang? You think they were at the Capitol listening to legislators recall the horrific experiences that they went through as the Capitol was being insurrected?
Do I think that they were?
Do you think they were covering that?
I think that,
sir, they were doing a story about ICE, and I don't mean frozen water. I just mean border security. So
you know,
at the moment in which our main concern should be about, hey, a year ago, a whole bunch of domestic ass white people who are from here, live here, born here, raised here, our biggest threat, tried to take over the government, tried to stop Joe Biden from being certified. Seems like a bigger issue than Haitians, Mexicans, Ecuadorians coming across the border.
And you know what? We're not.
That's what they were talking about.
Savage AF is a very, very open-minded show from the standpoint of we don't want to prevent people from work.
We're not against rap. We're not against rappers, but we are.
I tuned in to Fox and I saw our dearly beloved Skippy the Squirrel. He was doing. They did a whole feature on him,
dragging him over the coals.
All right, and I'm not even mad at Skippy because Skippy has to make his money. He got 15 kids, but the bottom line is Fox will do that instead of cover what it is.
No, Miss Adverb. No, when I said they were talking about ICE, it wasn't Cube or T. And yes,
you mean they got snakes this big? No, they wasn't talking about that.
I agree. Nicole H. A story on frozen water would have been much better, but what's it? Immigration and what is ICE? Something.
ICE is no, I don't know what it stands for, but I know that they basically do a lot of corruption.
Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Yeah, I think that might be it. You know, but it's they basically do a lot of corrupt things. There was actually on Vice, there was a thing about ICE. And the corruption of ICE and the things they do, and some of the ICE agents would let women stay. You know, once they got over the border, said they could stay for a while if they had sex with them, and they were for sexual favors and things like that. And then after the woman would get up off the ass, they would actually take them back over the border. Right back. Yeah, so there was a lot of corruption with ICE. So I can understand why they would, you know, Fox would follow that, but. I think that, you know.
I hate you. No, not so vanilla. Not vanilla ICE. God damn it.
You know what?
And then Nicole H gonna go rice gravy. God damn it. I can't. With y'all. Stay focused, man. Shit.
You know, but I want to let y'all know that I have made a call, and even though he was on Fox, because you know it's money, he will be back working with us. I think maybe next week. I can see when his calendar clears, and his calendar might get messed up, but Skippy the Squirrel will be back with us. Yeah, Skippy the Squirrel will be working with us.
That's called Squirrel Cam.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Look at all the white people who stand around watching the squirrels ski.
You got to be the most. Wow.
All right, man.
They will collect together to watch a squirrel ski, but will not collect together
Squirrel
for
ski.
fucking for human rights and black people's rights. Wow.
Nope. All right, so yeah, and the important part for me about checking in with Fox News every time or every now and then, I should say, just to see, especially on a day like today when so many of their talking heads, you can't even call them journalists, but they're talking heads, they're entertainers, they're storytellers. When so many of them have contributed to this lie, when we get up on this anniversary like this, I wanted to see what they were saying, but more importantly, it really highlights the reality that when we as citizens, outside of Washington and the halls of Congress and whatever, when we on these streets are trying to, be a society, be citizens in the same country, it becomes really hard when you have this major news source, and I'll put news in air quotes, this major news source that a lot of people listen to, not really covering anything important, but really just spinning a narrative. And listen, I understand CNN and MSNBC and other, left or center media outlets, they all have a narrative that they're trying to kick. I get it.
Well,
But at least some of this shit is based on some kind of truth, or like, how do you as a major news network ignore the anniversary of January 6th, Fox News? How do you do that? It's because you're full of shit. That's why. God damn it, Miss Adverb, no, not ice pops.
Wow.
It's just I like the La Migra. It's like, run, everybody run, they coming.
Well, no, I'm not surprised that Fox News would do something like that. They do it all the time.
No, I'm not surprised either.
Yeah, we're not surprised. No.
It's the reason why we can't communicate with others.
Because they're full of shit, and they've been full of shit. I mean, I remember I got booed once for talking about Fox on us. I was doing a show, and the crowd, one person booed me, said, "Boo, you're just mad at the information they're giving our minds." Yes, bitch. That's why I made a joke about you.
First of all, I would contest the idea that they have minds.
Let's go there first. I was like, yeah. And my response to this person that booed me was, "Shut up, you stupid bitch." And I couldn't even think of nothing creative. I'm like, fuck that. If you watch Fox News, that fantasy fucking channel, that made up channel, and it should definitely, be. They should put a merger together with that and the Sci-Fi channel, because ain't nothing but sci-fi on that bitch. It is just heinous shit. It is a portion of the country, which 46% of the country who believes in this bullshit, is following this narrative and won't watch nothing else.
Won't.
And that's why I think look, all of these different places, and this is a perfect graphic for the people that are watching and not listening to us on it. They call it weapons of disinformation, and there's not just
Daily Wire, Breitbart, 4chan,
InfoWars was
OAN, Fox
and
News.
Fox News.
These are all working together.
They're all working together. They're all
to
part
say
of
this same dumb shit.
They're all part of it. So the bottom line is, for the people in the feed, you know what it is. We know what it is, and that's why y'all watch us, and that's why y'all fuck with us. And I say y'all because y'all are the ones that. But I wanted to talk about this too within it, because I saw a couple things on it today, because I've been watching off and on all day. I had to deal with the DMV, the beautiful DMV, but my celebrity status got me straight to the front. Thank you, people. By the way, Kenya at DMV, thank you for taking me straight to the front.
I know you.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. I watched you on TV. I'm like, yes, you do, baby. Can I get?
I got a show to do. Can you get?
Baby, can you get this shit together for me so I can get out of here real quick? And then when you do this, you ain't supposed to do that. That's disgusting. But do you believe that we are going to have? This is I watched 3 different segments that they did on this. A civil war over this shit. They said that they're going to do it again. And there was people on the right that said that they were going to do it again. I think we're going to have a civil war. I think that you know, you got to think there was people with a Confederate flag inside the Capitol. Inside the Capitol, they had Confederate flags. They were stabbing cops with flags that had knives on the end of them.
They were spears.
Spears.
They were spears with a goddamn scarf on it. That's all the flag was at that point. It wasn't no goddamn flagpole.
It wasn't no flag.
Fucking Greek warrior, Trojan warrior spear. This is Sparta. And then they just put a scarf on that bitch.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. And now, do you think that now? I'm gonna take a poll within our shit. The shit we got the people in the feed now. Now, the national poll is 36% of young people think there is going to be a civil war. 22% think older demographic think there's not going to be a civil war in the essence of an actual war, people on the streets shooting each other. There'll be people blowing up places. There'll be people targeting places like Michigan Capitol, Ohio, and things like that. It won't be a traditional civil war, but they do believe it. Do you believe there's going to be a new civil war? And the Civil War was basically not about, you know, state rights. They said it was about state rights. They snuck that shit in there.
It wasn't.
It was about we want to keep slaves.
It was about states' rights too.
States' rights. No, you're right. States' rights. But the bottom of it, the core of it was we want to be able to keep slaves because we's lazy bitches.
It was about states' rights to have slaves.
Right. But what I'm saying is, but they try to mask it with slave, like it was.
Well, they just say states' rights.
But we know
it's an incomplete thought. It was states' rights to own slaves. That's it.
Like,
it was about states' rights, but what rights? Right. Rights is just a word. It's a concept. Which rights were we talking about? It was specifically about their right to maintain slavery. That's it. So it was about states' rights,
right?
But it was about their right to maintain slavery.
So you think that there's going to be a civil war, people? Do you think there's going to be a civil war? I know that if there is, ain't nobody fucking with Pedro's front door. But I think that if you look at the way things are going, and it's not going to be like, you know, brother versus brother, the South versus the North, God help us. No, it ain't going to be that. It's going to be, you know, on some high tech shit. It's going to be on some people getting blown up shit. It's going to be targeting what they call them libtards. When I call them repubtards. It's targeting them, but it's not going to be like a whole bunch of people meet in the field and fight. It's not going to be on some Braveheart shit. It's not going to be maybe some people in the streets with axe handles, but not which I don't know. That just picture makes me
show up in America at this point
with an axe handle. Yeah, you know, that's like showing up with a Sith. You know what a Sith is?
Yeah, like the thing.
Yeah, that's what it is. But do you think that we are going to have a civil war? I know that I'm down. I know we're going to make sure that the patriots bleed the blood of America.
I mean, we know that there are certain factions that are ramping up, that the right. The GOP has now embraced January 6th as a sort of badge of honor, rather than a cloak of shame. So that side, those involved, they will be emboldened. Any of those who have received jail time will probably be out right around the time that
the Civil War goes down. And they will be seen as martyrs. There's going to be a lot of martyrs. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it ain't gonna be like that regular war, which like you stay still while I get this. You know, it ain't gonna be none of that musket shit. It's gonna be a fuck you. It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be a lot of people. It's gonna be a lot more casualties.
I told you a long time ago, you little monkey, not to fuck me.
Not to fuck me, Tony. And they said this is the thing I looked up. If there was, this would be the breakdown of what would happen if we did separate. So look at the places in colors. Look at the places that are all Confederate States of America and where they'd have to separate it. So California, New York, Pennsylvania, places like that would be called the United States of America. But Texas, Alabama, Florida, West Virginia, places like that would be called the Confederate States of America. These people already broke this shit down where they would try to separate. Marjorie Taylor Greene, silverback ape titty.
Yeah, ape of the year.
Yeah, ape of the year actually said she wants a divorce from America. Well, bitch, we signed a prenup.
Bye, bitch.
Bye, bitch. We signed a prenup, and guess what? You
Get
get
your
nothing.
shit. Get your shit.
Yeah. So I mean, so the stupidity of these motherfuckers is amazing to me.
We also heard a lot today from legislators about their experiences, but also from police officers, ones that we've seen a lot over the years, like officers like Fanone, Ganello, Harry Dunn, Hodges, Daniel Hodges, the one who was being smashed in the door and basically screaming for his life. Fanone, I think it's Michael Fanone, was the one who was dragged down the steps and
They broke his ribs and did all
they
that, yeah.
were about to kill that motherfucker. He had a heart attack, all kind of shit. They were literally about to kill him. So I just think we need to keep remembering those stories, and just understand that I imagine that an officer like Harry Dunn, big black man, he said he had never been called a nigger in his life, and that day definitely got a lifetime's worth of niggers in his face.
It was a nigger palooza. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was like
it's a class in niggernomics that day.
They went in, and he actually said that he's upset. I saw him in the interview. He said he's upset with the fact that they're not getting more time. They should get the maximum time.
Well, yeah, I think they all want to see accountability for the actions of those who invaded the Capitol that day, and they were also asking for the heads of the higher ups, and not in a physical sense, but legislatively or punitively, I should say, that and all those connected be brought forth. But like I was gonna say, like Harry Dunn, big black man, I'm pretty sure he kind of knew what America was. Yeah, it got thrown in his face heavily that day. But I imagine that the white officers like Hodges, Fanone, Ganello is Latino,
Yeah.
but
they're still fucked up in the head.
Well, yeah, well, I'm sure, especially for Hodges and Fanone and other countless white officers, that maybe this was a wake up call for them. Like, you know what?
It was.
They don't give a shit. Like, yeah, and we know some of these officers
flat out said it
would have been on the side of the rioters, but there are some who are just kind of like hey, I'm just here to do my job and uphold the Constitution, and almost got their fucking necks wrung. And I hope it's a wake up call to them that, hey, and you see, I mean, that's why these officers speak out, Hodges and Fanone.
Fanone flat out said, he said, you know what? I'm a Republican, He said, but from now on, he said, on CNN, fuck you all.
Yeah.
He said that. In fact, this is the footage. We're not showing the video because we can't, because it's CNN's information, but that's where he said that. Fuck.
We've all seen it. We know what it is.
Fuck you. And this is the footage where they actually were dragging him out. You got to think also, there was a whole bunch of other police officers that didn't testify, that was in there fighting for their lives, fighting up, like knuckling up flat out against these psychos. And, and there was also, which this is one of Pedro's heroes. And he was
I was going to save him to the end. He's my January 6th god.
Yeah, he's like
Lieutenant Michael Byrd of the U.S. Capitol Police. He is,
and he got a look on his face like, look, so I shot the bitch. I told her.
he is the man who shot Ashley Babbitt, and I've said it many, many times on this show, and I will never back down from this. It's my absolute favorite moment of the insurrection. I don't know if people have that. It was like, what was your favorite? It was the only positive thing that happened that day, is that this white bitch got shot for being nuts and thinking that she could storm the Capitol and climb through windows and run up on Congress and just yell and do shit with a backpack full of God knows what. Could have been explosives in there. Y'all want to say she was unarmed, but how do we know? At that time, how would that officer know? Those bags had not been checked and haven't been through any security clearance. Nobody's
none of
checked her
that. None of
pockets. You
that.
don't know none of that shit. And somebody who's willing to break a window and climb through it, through a barricade. Clearly, barricade says do
And
not
after
come through.
and
Clearly, barricade says do not come through here.
and they've said that just like
They got furniture against the door.
We should say it like they tell us. Well, why didn't you just comply? Why didn't you just listen? He told you stand down.
AJ Fit made it rhyme. He let Babbitt have it. Absolutely, dog.
He said, and
this
like
is
bars.
And then to listen to the white people around her be like, he shot her. I'm like, yeah, nigga. Yeah. Yeah, fuck you thought was gonna happen, dog. And I applaud. I applaud this brother so much.
When Pedro said that, I was like, I never do that on the show, but fuck it, I gotta do it. I had to give him the slow.
No, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So happy that Ashley Babbitt got shot to her death by this man. Listen, this is a black man authorized by the state on the federal level, bust a shot on unknowingly on an unarmed woman. Like, we don't know if she was armed or not. At the time he pulled that trigger, you don't know what she has on her, all right? And she has not been patted down. It was within his right. She's climbing past the barricade.
She was screaming.
Black man shoots a white woman, completely exonerated of it, completely cleared. It was absolutely justified. I am telling you, it is the most beautiful thing I think we will see in our lifetimes. Like, especially within the context of this horrible event, it was a shining moment. Because there are so many other times where you're like, why didn't they just mow these motherfuckers down? I get why a lot of them didn't.
No, I think they didn't bust on them. They didn't bust on them. It was part of it. But if you look at it, this is actually photos from the situation where they broke the window. They were coming through. This is a barricaded fucking door with chairs, and they literally.
You can see the man with the gun. So if you're gonna climb through that, that's on you.
After he said stand down, he said stand down. I remember, if I remember right. If I'm wrong, y'all can correct me. I believe he said it to her multiple times, like Absolutely. At least 6 times.
I mean, his presence.
She didn't listen, and then we go back to this face. So I told her. So I shot the bitch.
How many times I gotta tell a bitch? You know what I'm saying?
I
mean, ain't easy.
Look, first off, the bitch knew you ain't supposed to even be there. Let's go there. Let's start right there. Secondly, the bitch knew that you ain't supposed to climb through a window where the nigga is holding a gun on your ass and telling you stand down, and you know I'm part of that.
But you know, from the hood.
Right, and so what she did was she gonna come through anyway. I said like, okay, so the bitch gonna come through anyway. Boop de boop de bop de bop. So I had to do this, right? I didn't want to, but you know, shit gotta go like it go. So I was like, hey, bitch, get down, because you don't get down, I'm gonna put you down. And she said, oh, you ain't gonna tell me nothing, nigger. Shut up. This is our house. This is oh God,
she just
it's
the way she fell back.
Then I look, and you know what? And I was ready for the next motherfucker.
What movie was that?
What?
Maybe it was The Departed, with the one dude. Yeah, he killed this couple and then laughed at the end. And that
was Jack Nicholson.
The other guy's like, what? He was like, they died funny.
She felt funny.
She felt funny.
She felt funny. The way she slumped over was funny.
That's how I felt. I was like, she died funny.
What are you laughing? What are you laughing for? She felt funny.
She died funny.
Oh, but I'm not saying that it's sad for anybody to get killed.
No, it's not. It's not. This will never make me sad. This woman's death will always make me happy. I will never back down from this. I'm gonna reclip this and put it back up so everybody can see. But I'm telling you, the death of Ashley Babbitt brings joy to my heart, especially at the hands of a Black U.S. Capitol Police officer. Okay? Like, she was out of her fucking head. She had no business being there. God knows what she had on her. She's climbing through a barricade. Shoot that bitch all day. Every fucking day. It's not sad that she died. She earned it. Good. God bless America and your service in the Air Force. I salute you, bitch, but you lost your fucking mind and you got shot for it. was nothing sad about it. She earned that shit.
She
Fuck
earned that shit. And look how they were treating the people they said they were down for the blue. And they're not down for the blue because look at how they were treating him. They were smashing this guy, broke his collarbone, crushed his ribs.
In that picture, she looked like a failed gymnast. She literally looked like she just came in fourth.
Yeah, and she's mad about it.
Just missed the U.S. qualifying.
But the bottom line is, if you look at how they treated it when it was Black Lives Matter and the police force that they came out with, and they were all strapped, they were all ready to go. They did put their guns, they did shoot a lot of tear gas. And when you see these redneck racist fucks going hard in the paint at the Capitol, what happened? Did anybody really bust on them with a whole bunch of tear gas? Not really. Did they bust on them the way they should have? Not really. So I don't know, man. I don't know what y'all think. We got a lot of people in the feed giving the these people are going hard in the paint in the feed. Okay, and Christopher Dean wrote this is the mindset of the Confederates, and it seems to be the mindset of our court systems by the punishment or lack of punishment given to those who have been put on trial. They have equated the rating of the Capitol to BLM rating of the strip malls.
Right. I heard a good line today. It was like, there's a big difference between a coup d'etat and a coup d'target.
Right. You know I heard that.
Burning down a fucking Walmart or some shit ain't the same as trying to stop the confirmation of election results.
And honestly, where they were coming through, there was a lot of representatives
at the end of that hall behind that gun. At the end of that hallway are representatives from the House
that were actually going to, basically do their duty.
They were running for their lives. They were running for their lives,
right? But and then he was like, "Listen, I bop de boop de bop de bop." I
saw the bitch, and I was like, "Damn, this bitch gonna go through the window." Huh?
And I'm gonna have to. I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to. Bop de boop, boop de bit.
My ex used to do shit like that. You know, yeah, like, I'm just trying to relax after work.
Look, I'm trying to relax. You see, I had to shoot a bitch today. You don't really want to get like after.
I forgot to pick up toilet paper. Yeah.
Ain't shit about. Imagine he come home. His wife was like, "Babe, you need anything? No, I'm good."
She was cooking her ass off when he got home.
I'm making you rice and greens.
I made your favorite.
And then it's like, yeah, I'll be sitting in the living room. Like, it's like after you shoot a crazy white bitch, you have so much carte blanche in your house.
Ladies, go in for your man when he justifiably shoots a crazy white bitch. Like, just go, give him a day.
Give him a day.
Make him a shit that do the oxtails.
And after you eat all this beautiful steak I made you, I'm gonna suck your dick until you go to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Just make him a meal and then put your ass in the air.
Yeah.
And as soon as he's done with the meal, just put your ass in
there. But I know a lot of people probably think that Savage AF is going a little bit more savage today, but it's not as savage as what we saw today, January 6th, that went on. I mean, they were the savages. It wasn't us. And and that's why I said I really do think that if you look at the situation, all of this bad that happened, I hope that Merrick bitch ass
Garland,
bitch face Garland goes hard to paint and treats them like that. I hope this rejuvenates his mentality pertaining to seeing what happened today. There's been so much footage today on what happened, and footage I've never seen before, and people holding on to the fucking railing and drop kicking cops, like literally kicking cops in the face. And these motherfuckers, imagine if Pedro just drop kicked the cop. It wouldn't be, oh, well, you get to be on house arrest. One, they would have beat him down. Yeah. Two, he would have, it's a double standard. It's the same double standard they did with BLM. It was the same double standard. So I don't give no fucking credence to anything they fucking say. We know it. Now, I'm going to give props to Biden. I'm going to give props to Biden. I'm going to give him, I mean, he did go hard to paint. And he did say some hard shit.
It's a lot of talk, right now.
It's a lot of talk.
We
need
to see some results, but yeah,
let's see what you do with the filibuster. Let's see what you do pertaining to the Build Back
all
Better.
These busters.
Yeah, all these busters. What you need to do is take Joe Manchin outside and give him that what for. Okay, but by the way, Savage AF, we all up in your grill, as Pedro said, dropping hot loads in your ears.
Hear where I'm coming from, y'all.
Yeah, so make sure you go to like and subscribe. You already know what it is. Make sure you follow at Black Pedro, and make sure you follow @comedian Chang on the IG. You also know when you go to the YouTube page, there's certain shit you must do to make your life comfortable and better and feel good about yourself. Smash, like, subscribe, smash the thing, write a comment. That's what I'm talking about. January 6th, this is a remembrance today on Savage AF to talk about the fact that this is one of the most monumental things that we've seen happen in this country
in my lifetime.
In my lifetime. Well, no, I've had some other stuff. I think that Source Awards when
Death Row and Bad Boy went
at it. That was a monumental time in my life. It's like, you know, you don't see me all up in the videos.
Yeah, we didn't know where that was.
All dancing up into things.
It did end up nasty.
Like the artist. If you ain't that, get down with Death Row. I told y'all, I'm gonna have to tell y'all this quick story. I was around then, and I used to work for Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons was standing there, and I was there. I was there when the shit happened for the Source joint. And he stepped to Suge Knight stepped to Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons was always on the phone when I was around him. He's talking to me. He's talking to other people. He's on the phone. Suge stepped to him like he was going to, beef up on him. And he literally did like this. He said, "Hold on for a second. I'll have you killed by tomorrow." Yeah. And finished his call. And you see Suge go, "Yeah, that's cool." And you see him, and he backed up. And I had to hold my laughter in because he wasn't joking. He's like, "Motherfucker, you're in New York. You won't make it out of the tri-state area, bitch. You big bald head bitch. You will not make it out of the tri-state area talking that shit to me."
Russell should have just done it. It would have saved a lot.
That's true. But Russell, when he said that shit, it was no joking. There was no, he took the phone down from his ear, put it on his chest like this, like he didn't want the person on the thing to hear the shit. And then put it back and continued his call. And then he put it back down again one more time. "Shane, I'll holler at you in a minute." And went off. I was like, wow.
Hold on, I'm about to kill a nigga. What's your address?
it was real shit. So I think that right now we see that with the Republicans, the 106 Republicans that got down with it. Again, I hope there's not a civil war, but there is a consensus of 36% of the people that were, that they said, well, I think it's going down, especially younger people. Younger people think it's going down. But these motherfuckers, these rednecks, and these, again, climbing up the wall like Honky Kong, they they feel like it's their country, and it's basically victimization. They feel like they're victims when they're not victims, and they just try to justify all the heinous shit they did. So the only way they can justify it is to say they were victims, or they were, I'm protecting myself, or I'm protecting my rights. That's the only way they can justify their heinous shit, and that's why they had to do it with the Civil War. They had to do it with even right now. If you look at it right now, even with this shit, they have to find some kind of justification on something they absolutely know is wrong. That's why they act like this. And and even though they say we got to reach out to them, we got to talk to them, fuck you gonna say to them? You just kick the cop down the steps and then bashed him in the head with a fire extinguisher.
Tell me they were unarmed. They turned everything they could into a weapon. Poles, fire extinguishers,
the rail. One cop, the rail. The cop tried to hold him on the rail. They all surged on the rail, and he was under the rail, and they're doing like this on top of him.
They ended up turning the cop shields into weapons.
Oh, that's right. They got that right. If you look in that when they were going through the tunnel, they were taking the
and they were breaking windows with
the shields. They were taking the shields and the edge of the shields and jamming the cops in the face. And then the one cop, they stabbed in the eye. He lost his eye, and the other cop cut his finger off.
Nicole H is like, they use bread, ice, screws, anything they could get their hands on, they turned into a weapon.
Shit!
They was throwing squirrels at them niggas.
Yeah. What is that? What is that? Pudding?
Is that a pigeon?
What is that? That motherfucker's beating that nigga with a pigeon. This is our country. It's our country. But I mean, here on Savage AF, we wanted to let y'all know we want y'all to do us this favor. We appreciate you subscribing to the channel. You guys are regulars, and we love y'all for it. You're good people. You're good people. Some of y'all are a little crazy. I'm not going to say specifically who. But no, I just feel like, wow, I'm just looking at the feed. Wow. They're go full and hard in the paint. Hats, they were hitting people with hats. But we want you to tell your friends. I told you, by the end of March, we need to be at 5,000 subscribers more than we have now. And the only way we do that is you guys. That's the only way.
We're so
tell your friends about the show.
To a trillion,
We're so close. With that, we are a gnat's ass hair away from it. Not that I've measured a gnat's ass hair. I just heard that that's not that far.
It's like a metaphor. We get it.
We get it.
Y'all, come on, use your imaginations, y'all. So that's it, guys. We made it a year after the insurrection.
January 6th.
Which means we're only about 3 years away from the collapse of America, guys. Thought it was gonna happen last year, but
it's a cheery show.
We gorilla glued this bitch together. But between the midterms this year and by the time lies are just fully embedded into American news,
Civil War's gonna happen, brother.
But happy anniversary, guys. We fought back this first
happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Oh my God, oh here now. Oh my God, she's dead. Oh my God, they shot her. She's dead. Happy anniversary.
It feels like it's like the first Lord of the Rings where you fought off some orcs but don't realize that Mordor is just
that scene where
they're bubbling up.
They were winning and they look over the horizon and they turn back and there's a whole bunch of other orcs going and they're riding giant monsters. That's what we're going to have. But in conclusion with the show, I just want to say, I agree with Pedro. Shout out to our hero, my light and shining armor, our armored, or I got to give it to him. Cool motherfucker boy. Bit bop, bit bop. There he is.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
Officer Michael Bird, BYRD, man. Appreciate you, dog, for doing what you do, man.
Appreciate you doing what you had to do. Sometimes in life, you got to drop a bitch.
Let's go, yo. Let's go.
Yeah.
Savage AF, man. You know what it is, dog. Are we gonna do a show tomorrow?
I thought you have to. No, you're gonna do the thing.
My call time is at midnight tomorrow, so I got time.
Oh yeah, we can do the show, and I'm not flying out. My flight was out. I'm doing BNC tomorrow, Black News Channel.
Yeah, let them know. Hey, y'all, if y'all aren't tuned in, man, there's a whole network out there. Check it out. Check your local listings. But the Black News Channel, I've done some stuff with them. Shang is you're gonna be a new regular sort of correspondent with them, right? Or
right, I'm gonna be every Friday regular correspondent, and also I got the word, and I'm going to let Pedro know while we're on air that he will be also a regular correspondent.
Right. Well, there you go.
Yeah, she just told me so. That. Yeah, well, okay. You know that. You know now, young man.
Well, there we go, guys. Well, just getting jobs without even applying. I appreciate it. That's what it is. Yeah, just show up and start working, guys.
Thank you, Wendy. That was nice. She called. I don't know if she's talking to us or somebody in the feed. You two handsome savages. Oh, that is so nice.
We appreciate you.
But Wendy, that's nice and all. But what's up with that pussy though?
Hey, what's
up? Hey, I'm joking. I'm a man. I'm being goofy.
Pop that.
I've been joking. It's all humor. But if you don't, you know what happens. I just want you to know if you don't get up off that, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Don't come through that door. Don't come through that door without your pussy in your hand.
Bang, bang.
Yeah, but it's so funny.
Happy death to Ashley Babbitt.
Wow, you are just going harder in the paint with that. Like, that chick. Damn. All right.
I got to do it.
We will be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. We will be doing the show tomorrow. I initially thought we weren't going to be doing the show, but I guess we will be. So 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. We'll see you then. Thank you. And make sure you tell your friends to subscribe. Kuchadamas, AJ Fit,
all the ladies.
all the ladies, Nicole 8, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Nicole
Happy
8.
birthday
Happy
to
birthday to you. It's your birthday. Damani Jones, Queen B,
Wendy E, Miss
yeah,
Adverb.
Miss
We say
Adverb.
thank y'all for being here. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll be
We'll
right
see you
back
then.
at y'all.
Later.
Deuces.